You can start reservation from availability display. Choose booking code, add passenger names, price, PNR, and issue ticket. Also, you can start reservation from Best Buy display. Entry for Best Buy display is JW. What option can you add to this request? You can add itinerary. You can add passengers, how many passengers want to buy tickets, passenger type. You can add airline and flight number, and you can add price parameter, for example, brand. Let's start with itinerary. The simplest entry is JW and city pair. But let me open real system display. So itinerary, for example, JW, then Istanbul, Sochi. Departure day is 20th of August, / return day is 30th of August, then minus and airline code. System will check availability, and system will show us pricing per one adult passenger for direct flights between these two cities, Istanbul and Sochi. You can see that system found 27 variants of pricing. System show us 7 currency. System show us type of ticket, it's e-ticket. Then, first variant, you will see road, Istanbul, Sochi, and Sochi, Istanbul. Then flight number per each flight segment. Then booking code and how many seats are available in this booking code. System checked availability and return this information to Best Buy display. Then departure day on the first flight segment and departure day on return flight segment. Departure and arrival time is local time. If a flight arrives to destination point in next day, it will be shown like this. This one means that flight from Sochi to Istanbul, flight number is 6731. Departure from Sochi 30th of August on 23:55 p.m. and arrival to this flight arrived to Istanbul next day, 31st of August, 2 a.m. Then flight time, duration time, then airline account code, brand code, and total amount, well, price of ticket. I didn't add how many passenger and passenger type codes in request JW. So system show me price ticket for one adult passenger without any discount. And system show us pricing in the cheapest brand. Well, this request, JW and city pair and the day show us Best Buy variants, all variants, available variants for direct flights. Then, if there is no direct flight between these two cities, you should add hash symbol in the end of a request. It's the same like availability and schedule. If you want to add connection point in availability or schedule request, you add hash symbol in the end of request and connection point code. Well, system find 5 variant for pricing in the cheapest brand. You can see that it's no baggage brand. For road from Istanbul to St. Petersburg, 20th of August and return 30th of August. This pricing is for connection itinerary from Istanbul to Sheremetyevo, then Sheremetyevo, St. Petersburg, and return. Then you can add in this request brand code. How to do it? It will be question mark and brand code. For example, I want to get pricing for one passenger without any discounts in economy classic brand. Not no baggage, economy classic. So I add question mark and code of brand in the end of request. And system show us pricing in this brand. This amount is total pricing for one adult passenger. Then let's check another itinerary. For example, JW road is from Khabarovsk to Mineralные Vody, to Barnaul. The day will be 20th of August, and airline will be -SU. There is no connection flight between. There is no direct flight between these two cities, so I should add hash symbol in the end of request. System show us pricing variant for airline SU. You can add a few airline code in this request. For example, I want to get pricing for two airlines, -SU and -GP. Then hash symbol and then enter. System will show me more variants. System will include DP airline in Best Buy display. So you can see that we have pricing. We get pricing for SU airline on road Khabarovsk-Sheremetyevo and DP Pobeda airline from Sheremetyevo to Barnaul. If system found few variants in same price, such variants will be added in one group. For example, line number 1. A system tells us that 3 more variants in the same price was found. How to open this group? System tells us use this entry. Entry is JW, then question mark, then line number. So now I want to get other variants, get info about other variants in the same price. Well, there is 4 variants. You will see line number, then airport, flight number for both flights, RBD, booking code, and how many seats is possible to book. Then departure day, departure time for both flight, local time, then a flight duration of the first flight duration of the second flight, and then account code on both flights. So system will issue 2 tickets for this route. First ticket will be with 555 account code, and second one will be with 425 account code. Then system show us brand code and total amount for one passenger. How to get info? How system get this pricing? Entry is hash symbol and line number 1, for example. System show us pricing of this first variant. Passenger, type of passenger is adult. Fare amount in local currency, then sum of all taxes, and total amount for this adult passenger. Then total amount for the whole group, but our group is one passenger only. Then info about flights. 20th of August, flight from Khabarovsk to Sheremetyevo, departure and arrival time, local time, flight number and RBD. Info about that this first flight of 2 flights. First of 2 flights on the road from Khabarovsk to Barnaul. Then passenger type is adult. Then price of the first flight segment, this amount. Fare code, info about fare rule. Then fare amount, this is price of flight segment, fare amount plus taxes. Then fare code and fare amount. Then info about how to get fare use per this fare, TP and line number. There is no line number in Best Buy display, in this display, but system tells us use TP1 to get fare use of this fare. Then account code, then info about brand, info about how many piece of baggage, info about baggage allowance, and info about taxes, code of this tax and amount and currency of this tax. Next flight from Sheremetyevo to Barnaul. Flight number, booking code, the day, time, arrival to the next day and arrival time. Then info about that it's the second flight from the pair of flights on road Khabarovsk-Barnaul. Passenger, adult passenger, price of this second flight, fare code, info about fare use of this fare code, then fare amount and local currency, how to open fare rule display, TP number 2, account code, brand code, baggage allowance, info about taxes. If you want to return to the previous display, just use hash symbol. Then let's go to previous display. Back to the full list is this symbol, or click on this button. So you know that you can use JW entry for Best Buy display. You can add itinerary, 2 cities in this request, departure and arrival, city or airports. You can add the first day. For return flight, you can add return day. Then you can add airline or few airlines. And in case of connection flights, you should add a hash symbol. And if you want to get pricing in not cheapest brand, you can add question mark and brand code.